This is the video, guys. This is the video. You want proof that the entire shutdown, 40 days now, the longest shutdown in the history of America, the history of our country, air traffic controllers, flights delayed, canceled, 10% reduction in flights at airports and major cities. You want proof that this is all the Schumer shutdown? Oh, there's just nothing. I'm so excited to share this clip with you. You have no idea. There's nothing like video evidence, video proof to confirm that these sniveling, lying, ooze pus-filled cretins called the Hippocrats. I'm sorry, pardon my language. I know it's rough. I know it's harsh. I know it's aggressive, but they're destroying my country. I can't take it anymore. They're literally destroying my country that I love, that I literally bleed red, white, and blue. And I know you do too, that's watching and listening. Schumer storms out, runs away like the fleeing rat bastard coward that he is when he actually gets approached with facts, with proof, with any kind of line of questioning that doesn't just kowtow to him and kiss his little greasy buttocks. Oh, I can't wait. So President Trump never sleeps, so how can we? The guy works tirelessly and ceaselessly for America, for everyday hardworking Americans. He made a few huge announcements. He posted this: the United States Senate should not leave town. This was today, until they have a deal to end the Democrat shutdown. If they can't reach a deal, the Republicans should terminate the filibuster immediately and take care of our great American workers. I went line by line, detail by detail, exactly the history of the filibuster, what the filibuster is, and why I agree with this statement 1,000,000,000%, because the Democrats are ruthless. I'll leave a link in the comments, or just go to my channel and watch it, or wherever you're watching and listening to this from, you will see it there, where I break down the full scope of everything about the filibuster, what the Democrats are doing, and why this is a great idea. He also made this announcement: Democrats are cracking like dogs on the shutdown because they are deathly afraid that I am making progress with the Republicans on terminating the filibuster. Whether we make a deal or not, the Republicans must blow up the filibuster and approve hundreds of long-sought but never gotten policy wins. Like, just as a small example, voter ID. Only a loser would not agree to doing this. You know, you need ID to buy any alcohol. You need an ID to get a hotel room. You need an ID to rent a car. You need an ID to get on board an airplane anywhere in the country. It makes no sense whatsoever. Well, it makes sense. We know why they don't want voter ID. But something as consequential as deciding the fate of a country, putting the entire future trajectory of the United States of America in the hands of representatives, lawmakers alike. That decision is sacred. That decision is the most consequential decision you, as a citizen of any sovereign nation, can make. Why not maintain? Why not elevate the integrity of it by requiring voter ID? Here's what Trump said what else we could do. Watch.
Here's some of the things that we'd pass if we terminated the filibuster. Voter ID, no mail-in voting, no cash bail, no men and women's sports, no welfare for illegals. You could go on and on. This is 2 pages of things we'd do if you did that. Without it, I don't know that you pass anything, because you can't deal with them. They're really irrational. They really are. But I was happy to see that a tremendous liability to this country, a woman that made herself rich in this country, Nancy Pelosi, has quit, and she'll be out of here pretty soon. And I consider that to be a great asset for America.
These are all things. God, he's 100% right about everything he just said. These are all things that are not only practical, common sense, just like normal things. There's nothing supernatural, nothing exorbitant about any of these demands. We don't want men in women's sports. We don't want men violating our mothers, daughters, sisters, cousins, grandmothers, wives, violating their private space. We don't want, these are common sense things. Men and women's sports. I mean, it's just common sense things. Voter ID, common sense thing. No cash bailout so we can actually keep our American streets safe. This is common. There's nothing weird. Am I crazy? There's nothing weird about this. And this is exactly The mandate. This is exactly what the American people wanted on November 5th, 2024, when they made their voices resoundingly clear. President Trump also posted this after he boarded Air Force One, headed back to Mar-a-Lago, which I think is one of the most powerful things he's ever said. I'm recommending to Senate Republicans that hundreds of billions of dollars currently being sent to money-sucking insurance companies in order to save the bad health care provided by Obamacare that Schumer and the Democrats want to actually keep funding at the behest and at the struggle and detriment to Americans. He says instead of it being provided by Obamacare to insurance companies, be sent directly to who? The people, so that they can purchase their own much better healthcare and have money left over. In other words, take from the big bad insurance companies, give it to the people, and terminate per dollar spent the worst healthcare anywhere in the world, Obamacare. Unrelated, we must still terminate the filibuster, which I completely agree with. This is the real crux of this issue, and this is the real kind of brunt of how we can end this shutdown once and for all, and where all the confusion, underlying confusion, is arriving from, because I see a lot of even so-called whatever, America First people, conservatives, even elected officials, congressmen, senators, etc., the like, who are saying that, like, well, maybe, Schumer does have a pretty interesting proposal. We just extend, the ACA, or the Affordable Care, the Obamacare, edit and healthcare benefits for 1 year as we negotiate that to fund the government. It seems like a very simple proposal. It's not. It's complete bupkis. It's garbage. It's a scam, just like everything the hypocrites do. Listen to what Majority Leader Thune says right here, and then we're going to get to the major clip that proves everything of Schumer running away like the rat bastard, excuse my language, that he is. They're ruining my country. I don't know what else to say. First, check this out, but make sure you come on back.
The Democrat leader's proposal is a non-starter for the Republican majority. The Democrat leader wants to believe that this is a, quote, simple proposal, that it is some sort of compromise, but it is not. He's talking about throwing tens of billions more taxpayer dollars at a program that even Democrats admit has failed to lower health care costs. The American people are tired of Washington taking their hard-earned money and spending it on costly government programs that fail to follow through on their promises. Of course, that's what Democrats have been doing for years with Obamacare. They passed Obamacare 15 years ago without a single Republican vote. And in that time, Democrats' signature health care law has failed to do what Democrats promised. If you like your health insurance, you can keep it. Not true. If you like your doctor, you can keep him or her. Not true. Premium costs will go down. Not true. And actually, the opposite is true. They keep going up. Obamacare drove premium prices higher.
That's why, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Schumer shutdown. That's why this is the Democrats. This is the same old song and dance. They hate America, and they only care about one thing: leverage against Trump. They have this, it's truly Trump derangement. It's truly TD. It is a mental incapacity. It is a contagion, a parasite that has infected every cell of their bodies, and they're willing to sacrifice you and me and any American, hardworking, tax-paying, law-abiding American so they can have this thing called quote-unquote leverage, which is absolutely abominable. You want proof right here that Obamacare went to major health insurance companies? Their stock performance increased from March 2010 to 2025. If you look at March, United Healthcare down below there, $25 a share. Look how it climbed from each insurance company. I mean, we're talking over 1,000% in some instances. Cigna, all these are all the major insurance companies. From 2010 to 2025, November of 2025, we are seeing insane stock price increases. As my grandfather said, and I'm sure most of you guys always know, just follow the money. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have your popcorn ready. I hope you have your favorite beverage ready. I hope you are sitting down, relaxed, laying down, whatever you're doing. Here is the coup de grace. Watch as Schumer snivels up and just crawls back into his little crevice and flees the scene. Literally flees the scene when confronted with the cold, hard facts that he has nothing, he doesn't care about the American people, he's holding them hostage, and that this is a Schumer shutdown. Watch how angry he gets before he storms out. Watch.
Have you put forward a proposal that we can read that you referenced in your speech, what says a clean continuing resolution with the extension of the ACA Biden COVID credits?
Yes, as we spoke yesterday.
So there is
I will not be interrupted.
No, my question is there a proposal in writing that we can read?
There is a proposal that is very simple. First, you haven't put your proposed ACA, your proposed fix to the ACA, the new one, which Leader Thune has spoken about on the floor, so we can't give you a counter in writing. But it's very simple, because we have two sentences we would add to any proposal, which would extend the ACA benefits for 1 year. That's all, plain and simple. And the leader can put that in his proposal on opening up the government. So it doesn't need a vote. It can't be blocked by anybody. It's the right thing to do.
Would it still have no income caps? So people who make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year?
As we said, if he would have listened to my speech yesterday, once we pass the 1 year fix, so people right now aren't in difficulty, we would sit and negotiate that. The leader has said he won't negotiate before. We're willing to negotiate once the credits are extended, plain and simple. And we made that in our proposal yesterday.
So for 1 year, people making millions of dollars would still receive these COVID era subsidies?
The bottom line is the senator from Ohio ignores that 99% of people, you want to hurt people making $10,000, $50,000, $90,000 and hold this up? We can fix what the gentleman said in a negotiation, but don't have people who are every day being hurt by paying thousands of dollars more that they can't afford. I know that the senator from Ohio cares about the billionaires. We care about average working people. I yield the floor.
So just to be clear, Mr. President.
Was recognized.
So just to be clear, what you heard from the minority leader was the following. I just want to recap it for those of you who might have missed. Number one, he acknowledged that the Democrats have actually not put forward a written proposal that people could look at. Number two, he acknowledged that his plan would be to allow millionaires, let me just say that clearly, people making millions of dollars would receive Biden-era COVID Obamacare subsidies. You heard that right. No income cap. I was going to ask him before he stormed out of the room, because evidently he doesn't want to hear any opposing views or actually engage in meaningful negotiation. He would have heard me ask the next question, Madam President, which is, would he continue $0 premiums, which we know for a fact have enormous levels of fraud? If he had stayed, I would have asked him a third question. Does he want these monies to go directly to insurance companies? Let me repeat that, Madam President, because I don't think the American people have been told the truth here. This money does not go to people on Obamacare. This is a check written from the federal government to the wealthiest insurance companies on the planet. He wants no income caps, millionaires getting COVID subsidies. He wants $0 premiums that are filled with fraud. And he wants to enrich insurance companies even more.
Isn't it funny how every single time I've done countless videos on this, by the way. Isn't it funny how every single time the hypocrites, the dirty, guttural, rat-infested, contagion, pustule-filled Democrats, every single time they're confronted by just even a simple question that may allude to a view in opposition to theirs, or may directly question some policy or legislative bill, etc., etc., they immediately get violent. They immediately get violent. You notice how Schumer, you want to protect, it's like there's so much vitriol, hate. They are consumed with bitterness. And hey, that's why they all look the way they do. They all look decrepit. But I've done countless videos, Ghetto Crockett attacking somebody, literally physically attacking, which I have no idea This is why I kind of don't trust Laura Loomer and her whole thing. I know a lot of people like Laura Loomer. And as a matter of fact, there's a couple of times, especially when she approached and called out Fannie Willis for going to Miami for cocktails and conversations during this whole ridiculous debacle sham trial against Trump and 18 other co-defendants. But we don't know anything that's come of that. She literally assaulted one of her so-called journalists or reporters or whatever. I got that on film. I got that on camera. I did a whole video on that. Ratty Raskin going ballistic on Nick Sortor. I have a video of that. More video of Nancy pushing up Daisy's Pelosi, who Trump rightly called a liability, where she says, shut your mouth, to that reporter just asking a simple question, an independent journalist asking a simple question. Maxine Klingon Waters, how dare you? I mean, they all do the same. It's a pariah culture. It is a demonic cult, these hypocrites. Point blank, end of story, period, full stop. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about everything that's going on here. This is just an abysmal, awful thing, this government shutdown. It should have ended on day one, for crying out loud. Let me know where you're joining me from, what city, what state, what country. I love hearing that kind of stuff. You guys know, if you're an original OG Nez Nation viewer, you know how much I love hearing that stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. Tap that thumbs up if you love America. Share this with everybody. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It doesn't cost you a thing. Turn on the bell notification, turn on all notifications so you never miss out. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.